the order means it will actually change the values. What did you get in your mind? This picture. What did you get this picture in your mind? When it is this?
Placements.
Anyone? Attendance. Okay. What does the violet color? Green? Red? Cement? Okay. If there is a class one of the members, the senior or a leader doesn't know names and roll numbers. How can he judge how many members are present, how many members are absent, how many are student? So if we have some data like this and we have plotted some data with the different colors, is it easy or not? To identify. Yes or no?
Yes, easy.
In case if the violet has the index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, then easily we can identify the bounded persons. Yes or no? Roll numbers. So this is the data visualization and understanding. Thank you.
How did you like the presentation?
Yes.
See, this is called professional presentation. This is what happens in companies. And come and stand here with me. We will not do the evaluation. I think it's very clear in all parameters. Take mark. Now, what's your name?
Krishna.
I keep forgetting. Sorry, it's my age that I keep forgetting. You know, I'm so glad that you people ask questions, especially you. I'm glad and you kept asking questions because it put him under pressure. It put you under a little bit of pressure. And that's good because we wanted to see how will he handle the pressure. Here, I must tell you that one of the things that happens in an interview, there are three kinds of questions you will get. One is on your subject, the other is on creativity, and the third is on application, which is the very close, 1 and 2, and third is on pressure. They will ask a question for which they know you don't have the answer. They know that. But what are they testing? They're not testing your subject knowledge, but your body language. So they'll ask a question that in America in the last 3 years, what has been the total dollars in millions application of artificial intelligence? And nobody knows that answer. Now they want to see how you're going to deal with it. Are you going to say, I'm sorry? Are you going to start, going your head down? Or are you going to look at the interviewer and say, I'm sorry, I don't have the answer, without getting worried? They'll put more pressure. They'll say, you mean you don't have the answer? And really what you need to say, no sir, I don't have the answer. They'll put more pressure. Don't you think you should have the answer? The voice going up a little bit. They want to see if you're going to go down. And really what you should do is, I'm sorry sir, I believe I should have the answer, but I don't have the answer. When you go out of the room, you may think you've done a bad interview because you could not answer the question, but the interviewer is going to say, this boy or this girl has got guts. So I'm very glad you asked the question, and you kept asking the question, and it was testing him. But I have to say, I think you agree with me when I say he handled it well, right?
Yes.
He didn't get into a temper. He didn't try and avoid the subject. Now, who's right, who's wrong, I don't know. What you can tell us who's right, who's wrong, because I'm not getting into the subject, I'm getting into the behavior. So I think it was fantastic. Very well done. I mean, in this particular presentation that they did, I'm going to add 2 other qualities that what did we talk about? Subject knowledge, communication, confidence, right? There are 2 others that they displayed here. One was planning, how they plan the people, and the second was teamwork. Planning, teamwork, confidence, communication, everything. Okay, again, we will be ending in about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. But I want to give you 2 models before we do that. But before that, I want to thank Madam here for creating such a nice group. And I that in the whatever network or whatever. Wherever I put that over there, and congratulating, and also that she has been with us right from the beginning. Morning batch and evening batch, right from the beginning, she's been right here supporting this whole thing, and thank you very much for that, madam. I want to give you two things before I go. This is for your development, and can you just erase that and give me a. There was a writer, there was a educationist by the name of Benjamin Bloom, Englishman, who Nehru brought to India after independence to structure our education system. As you know, our education system is structured on the British system. It may have changed a little now, but earlier ISC and Senior Cambridge was part of the British system. Then when he went back to the UK, he did some work on what is called teaching learning. Now there are two or three things he said. One is that, no two people learn in the same way. So if I have a class of 40 people, it is wrong of me to think that everybody learns in the same way, which is by listening to a lecture. This is called auditory learners. There are people who prefer to learn by watching something, that is a visual learner. There are some who prefer to learn by doing something, an experiment, that is called a kinesthetic learner. People don't learn in the same way, which is why it's very important in a class to have more than one kind of teaching model. One is lecture. Now what happened in this one, what they did very nicely, there was a lecture, but there was also a visual. The graphs and the pie chart, it makes a difference when you see it to people. They don't get bored because you're seeing a visual, you're hearing the lecture. That was really brilliantly done. But more importantly, he said there are three things that you need to work on as you go forward. And I'm going to put that on the board. I hope you can see this with an angle. Number one, he said, what is very important is, and knowledge comes from the word, no, I know this.